If you're familiar with OpenSees, you're familiar with recorders. Recorders are the traditional way to get OpenSees structure responses to a file during your OpenSees analysis. After every single successful analysis step, the OpenSees structure responses at that time are recorded to the files that are specified. So, I've extended this concept to custom Tickle recorders. A custom Tickle recorder behaves the same as an regular OpenSees recorder, except that rather than getting OpenSees structure responses, it evaluates a custom script and then puts the result of that script to a file. Custom recorders are implemented in Tickle using just the customrecorders.tcl file. All this file does is it modifies some OpenSees commands such as analyze, remove, recorder value, and applies some command traces to a couple other ones in order to implement the custom recorder and envelope custom recorder classes in OpenSees. In order to use it, all you need to do is just source customrecorders.tcl file, and then you can use these recorder custom class and recorder envelope custom as well. So I have a little example here. I'm going to go over some of these examples more in depth, but first I want to go over some of the documentation of the different inputs you can have. So as you can see, the syntax for the custom and envelope custom recorders is very similar to the syntax for other OpenSees recorders such as node, element, envelope element, etc. So you have the dash file, you have dash file add, which is not as well known, but it's available with those. And you have dash time, dash precision. And so you can use all these options, and they should behave the same as with normal OpenSees recorders. Where the similarity stops, though, is you have a dash format option. The way this works is you can specify the formatting to apply to each value in the custom recorder. And then the last argument is always the body. That's a script to evaluate in the global namespace of your script. And if a return statement is used, it will print the return value. So it kind of looks like a procedure, except rather than taking inputs and evaluating within a custom scope, it's evaluating within the global namespace. So if you have global variables, you can access them there. Changes to global variables will carry over in the order in which the recorders are evaluated, and basically acts as a little body of code within your analysis loop. So going back to the file here, so you can see that I have a file called steps, and I'm incrementing the count. So I started the count at 0. It's a global variable in this case. And then I also have one for time. So if you just want to have a file with just time, you can do that. I have another one that has the test iterations and test norms, so I can have that all in one file. I have another one here just showing that you can use conditional expressions. So I'm using the variable from count, checking to see if count is even or not. You can also use custom recorders to print messages to the log file. So it's just code that's being evaluated within the global environment. So you can make changes to variables, you can call procedures, you can do anything you want, really. It's just that the resulting value of whatever this body of code is will also be put to a file. So it's kind of dual purpose in that way. And just for verification, I show how you can use envelope custom to have the same effect as a traditional envelope. I mean, I wouldn't advise doing a custom envelope this way, but it is an option. And yeah, so you can also use the recorder value command, which is not as well documented within OpenSees, but it is available, and I tried to replicate, based off the OpenSees source code and based off of my testing, the same functionality. So that allows you to get the values from the last line of a recorder. It also allows you to get the absolute maximum, and minimum values from an envelope recorder, and you can even reset the count on an envelope recorder as well with recorder value. So I'm going to run this really quick. So as you can see here, I have a hello world here. If get time is less than 0.05, so it printed 5 times because it's incrementing at 0.01 or 0.1. And if I go into the folder here, so you'll have envelope 1. So this is the one that was created with the OpenSees envelope. And then I did a custom envelope and trying to replicate the values, and as you can see, it's exactly the same. If I go to steps, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I go to time, you'll see 0 all the way to 1. I can go to even. No, yes, no, yes. So it's saying that this step count is even, so there's a 1-to-1 correspondence there. Test stats. So 0 iterations, 1 iteration, all the way through. So if you were running a nonlinear analysis, this might show up with more data. Yeah, and that's about it, really. You got custom. So here I have this custom one that returns 1 if the time is greater than 0.5, and otherwise it returns I, which starts at 1. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I go all the way to, and then I just have 1 after that. So, I mean, this is a silly example, but it just shows you the power of what you can do. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this was interesting and informative. And if you do end up trying out custom recorders, let me know how that goes for you, and let me know what creative ways you find to use custom recorders. Yeah, and as always, have a great day. Thanks for watching.